right, welcome back to Afternoon Drive here on Joppa Radio. My name is Drew Moholland. Hope you're all having a good Tuesday afternoon. Hopefully you got the long weekend. I did. I don't know if not everybody gets the Labor Day off, but anyway, the kids do. We know that. And first day of school today for Pentucket, we bring in assistant principal at Pentucket, Dan Thornton, also the athletic director. How are you, Dan?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, long time no see, actually. It's been a little while, huh?
It's been about a year.
You missed us, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. Well, here we are again. What's new school year? You ready?
We're ready. We opened up today.
Ready as you'll ever be?
Yep, the school's there. We're ready to go.
What's the trick for day one? Is it like just helping kids find out where they need to go? Or
day one is a little bit, probably nothing has changed since you were in high school. It's, the students get lost. We expect them to. We expect them to be late to class. We expect that to happen. And then also, with the upperclassmen, it's more of a guidance. The guidance office, it just looks like the deli at Market Basket. It's just so many kids who want to change their classes. They'll look at it and say, oh, wait a second, I didn't sign up for this class.
Yeah. Trying to craft that perfect schedule.
Exactly. They want to try to get that study hall first period so they can sleep late, or last period so they can leave.
What time we start in school at Pentucket these days?
We start 7:35.
7:35.
7:35 it starts. 2:15 we're out.
Seems reasonable. Is that the like kind of the average time around here?
I would say so. Yeah. I think maybe some of the schools have moved to 8.
Pushed it back.
So.
Yeah.
Is Newburyport maybe 8
I know.
o'clock?
Tyler, what were you when you were at Newburyport? Do you remember?
7:30.
Is it 7? It could be 8 now, but.
Oh yeah, because there is that whole nationwide debate about school start times.
Right. Yeah. No, it's been going around a lot. I hear the same thing, but.
Yeah.
You guys honestly, I don't really. What's the difference between 7:35 and 8? I mean.
Well, Tyler, would you like to chime in? This is kind of up your alley.
Huge.
It is
really?
huge. He says. You're like you're almost in the working world though, Tyler. It's gonna hit you like a truck.
Bam.
Is this not work?
Well. This isn't work. This is fun.
Yeah, this is all fun.
Come on. But yeah, the kids do say that. I agree with you though. I don't. And then it screws up all the after school activities, right? When you push the start date
could.
back.
I mean, even if we went to 8, we would probably get out at what? I mean, 2:45. It wouldn't really.
Yeah. It is. It's a big debate, though. People, I guess, because you get all those studies, right? Those people that look at these things and they say, when kids have more sleep.
Right.
But then, won't kids just stay up later?
That's the argument.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can say, oh, I don't have to get up at 7:30 now. Or I don't have to be at school at 7:30.
Like an extra half hour.
Stay up till midnight
to watch The Bachelorette.
There you go.
So that's not what the kids are watching, is it?
Good question.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what my wife is watching.
I stay away from it.
I do too. I'm in the same house. I think I'll go watch the Red Sox if you don't mind.
That's right.
No, I'm just kidding. Actually, no. Yeah, she likes to watch it on her own. Well, all right. So that's good. So 7:30 start time for the kids in Pentucket. I was talking to my niece who goes to Danvers. They start tomorrow. She's got her first game tomorrow night. Are games already kicking in?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Actually, we have a golf match right now. Today.
Right now, today, before school even starts.
Well, school started today.
Oh yeah, today was first day.
But today's our first match.
That's right.
Yeah, the
so
golf
yeah,
team.
on day one of school.
I'm teeing off today.
What about that?
Nice.
So they've been together practicing for 2 weeks or whatever?
Yeah, let's see. Football
Tryouts.
started the 16th of August, and then everybody else started the 22nd. So they've been at it a little bit.
Do you golf?
I do.
So do you get out there for golf tryouts where you get to have a nice little
I actually went. We play at the Haverhill Country Club, which we're very fortunate to play there. And I did go down there the first day, but I didn't get to tee it off.
No, that's too bad. Got to take advantage of that.
I know. I really should. I got to get over there.
I feel like I played golf in high school too, and I feel like the football kids always used to kind of look at you while they were doing double sessions. And, sweating and all that stuff going.
You get to go to golf.
Running miles. And I'm going to go play the Ferncroft for...
Ferncroft, they play Myopia.
Well, the courses around here, man. The high school kids get hooked up around here, don't they?
Oh, they play great courses. Yeah, they're so lucky.
I mean, you guys must travel to some nice ones too, some road courses, right?
Yeah, like I said, they play at Myopia.
Who's at Myopia?
Great course.
Who's
That's
that?
Manchester, Essex, I think.
Oh yeah, okay.
But it's a fabulous course.
I've never been out to Myopia. Have you?
No, I don't even think they'd let me.
You got to know somebody out there, right? That's right. And I don't know anybody at the moment. I actually do. One guy keeps promising me, and
maybe it'll come.
Anybody can say they're going to take you.
Right.
It's all about actually calling.
Yeah, we should go.
I know. We should go. I'll invite you.
You know who can get us on?
Who's that?
Mike Lynch.
Is that?
We should have asked him.
We should have asked him. Yeah, I think he's playing at Does Winchester has a nice course there, and
Well, he's a Swampscott guy too, right?
well, he lives in Winchester now. He is originally a Swampscott
Okay.
guy, and grew up in Swampscott. His dad was the AD at Danvers for a while.
Yep.
And, yeah, he's a really good guy. Actually, I don't know if you caught any of that interview.
He's a great guy.
Enjoyed that very much.
Yeah, he's super great.
Sad to see him go. Happy for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be quite a loss. He's still going to do the high five stuff he said and all the Thanksgiving Day games and all that. So when Pentucket's undefeated on Thanksgiving football day,
Get to talk to Mike.
yeah, Mike could be down there. That's how you know it's a big game, right?
If he's there.
If he's on the field,
This is true.
that's how you know.
Yeah. It's amazing on your show too, the peaks and valleys you go through.
The peaks and valleys.
Yeah, I mean you go from Mike Lynch to Dan Thornton. It's pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Well, I thought you were the perfect guest to follow
We'll talk
up.
to anyone.
Keep that bar high, you know. Oh, that's funny. So, what teams should we be looking out for this year, Pentucket? You got some.
Let's see. Well, I mean, you never really know. That's the greatest thing I think about, and when you start any season is they just change so much.
Yeah.
You can go from a 2-18 team one year, and the next year, they're 16-4, and you say, where the heck did that come from?
It's good
But it just happens.
Yeah, it's weird.
Or that's why I think too we talk to a lot of our student athletes, where they might say, we open up with this team, and they weren't good last year, so we'll beat them, and you say, well, wait a second, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
They could be very much improved this year.
So that's what I'm trying to think. What?
But the football team looked decent, and they had a lot of 7-on-7 over the summer, and they look good there. But again, that's not hitting and tackling; that's just skills.
And I hear that's a big part of football once you get down to it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then Christian Langlois, Coach Langlois, his soccer teams are always in the hunt. They're doing pretty well. And Ruth Beaton's field hockey team looks pretty solid so far, and the girls soccer team with Coach Millard, they're looking pretty good. So
Cool. How about How about a former Pentucket sachem there, Fryermouth for?
Pat Fryermuth.
Fryermuth. That's correct pronunciation.
Or could you say Fryermuth?
Fryermuth.
Could be correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, that's tricky.
Yeah, he's a great kid.
Penn
Fantastic.
State captain.
Unbelievable.
Youngin, right? He's only a sophomore.
Yep.
How does that happen at Penn State? That is very unusual.
Yeah, well, obviously he's doing the right things, and he's just always been that type of a kid, just a super person. Obviously tremendously talented athletically.
Yeah. Tight end, right?
Tight end.
Yeah.
Yep. But he's just a great kid, great family he comes from, and
He's kind of huge.
he's a big man. Yeah.
He got
I would
big
say,
quickly.
what is he? Must be 6'5", 6'6".
Did he put a lot of weight on in college? I'm sure they're training him to put a lot on there, but he must be a big kid here too, though.
Oh yeah, no, he was big. I mean, when Pat was at Pentucket, he left after the sophomore year, but he was actually playing quarterback for us.
Is that right?
When his last year at Pentucket, and then on the basketball team, which he doesn't even play basketball, but he brought he was a big part of that team.
Yeah.
We went to the Garden.
Yeah.
The Boston Garden with him.
Just an athlete.
Playing hoop. Yep.
Yeah, well, that's it. Did you know? I mean, obviously, you said you saw some of those qualities, but even you must be surprised, sophomore at Penn State football, to be a captain. That's gonna.
Yeah, that's pretty telling, and as to what Penn State feels about him.
Yeah,
and what he obviously does for that team.
Yeah.
To be even named in that position as a sophomore, which it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's great. Good for him.
It is. It's an exciting time of year. It is great. I do love this time of year when all the, it's nice to have the football back and everything, but it's got all the kind of sports combining together. You get the baseball and all that coming towards an end at the pro level.
Yeah.
It is nice. All the pumpkins. Have you noticed the pumpkin stuff is coming back earlier?
It did. Yeah.
Everything. The lattes, the beers, all of it. I feel like it's too early. It's still August.
Right. Well, now it's September, so maybe we can.
It is September. Wow, that snuck up on me. When did that happen?
Yeah,
You're right.
Over the weekend.
Yeah, over the weekend. I'm trying to bounce back from the holiday, folks. But last week I was saying it's still August. That's why I just carried that.
So now
line
you can
right
have a
into the
pumpkin coffee.
Yeah, I guess. All right. I'm still thinking though. I don't know. What's the official when's the first day? Fall. 16th. September 16th.
Who knows?
Tyler, you got it.
It's the solstice, right?
Am I
When
right?
is it?
16th.
Solstice,
Yeah, whenever the summer solstice ends, it's the first day of fall.
I think it's the 16th.
It's coming.
Equinox.
It's definitely coming.
It's coming. I think you gave it 2 more weeks. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's still pretty warm.
Actually, it's between
Tyler gets excited about this stuff.
20th, 21st, or 22nd.
So we got a few weeks.
It's 23 weeks even. I don't know. A lot of you people are going to struggle to avoid that stuff. I went to Starbucks today, and it is busy. That's my problem with it, is all those people get the fancy drinks now. You go in there, and I just want a coffee.
Right.
You get behind
Yeah.
person with
They want the
5 pumpkin spiced
pumpkin
lattes,
macchiato.
cinnamon, unsweetened, whipped cream, no sugar. Like what?
Yeah.
How's that?
Well, you can also make it at your house.
You can. I have never found the same. I'm kind of a a snob when it comes to my coffee. I need it like perfect, and I
Okay.
can never make it perfect.
Oh.
And it's bad.
Yeah.
It's like I know what it's like to be addicted though. I got hooked on it when we used to work next to one back
Something
in
to
the
aim
old building.
for, you know? You get there. You get
It's
there.
making my own coffee. Fine, I'll try it. I'll try it again. Yeah, I do okay, you know, but it's just not. It's just not the same. So we got the first day. Any issues on the first day of school?
No issues today.
I mean, like serious issues. I know there's always small issues.
No, it wasn't even. I didn't even notice a small issue.
It was
today.
smooth sailing
It
on
was
day
smooth
one.
day one. We just walked right in, opened the doors, class meetings with each class, put them
Wow.
into their classrooms.
Do you go in and give a
Good
speech?
to go. Yeah, we talked to the freshman class, sophomore class, junior class,
It's
senior
like
class.
a rah-rah speech,
one
or is
at
it
a
like a
time.
welcome speech?
It's a combination, maybe welcome, enjoy, join some activities, get involved in the school.
You
4
built-
years are going to go by fast, and
Oh,
then
nice.
we also give the don't make dumb decision
I like that.
speech.
I like that. Eat up every moment. That's a good play.
Right.
That's good stuff.
Well, that's big, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Do
I
you
mean, a
bu-
lot of kids, they come to school and it's one of their regrets. They leave and they say, "Oh, I wish I tried out for the theater,
Yeah.
or whatever sports team." And
Well, you're young. I
Right.
mean, I feel like I took advantage of high school pretty well, and I still wish I did things differently. So,
yeah,
you know,
and a lot of kids too. They just want to work. They'll get a car and they just want to work so they can put gas in it, and then
yeah,
afterwards they say, "Oh, I really wish I played soccer."
yeah, definitely. Or like, what do you think about the? Have I ever asked you this? I can't remember back to last year. But what about the when it comes to the sports? How do you feel about the specialty sports? Because I am all for playing all the sports. Play as many as you can.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
there's a lot of that specialty thing going around.
Yeah, it's
now.
too much.
Yeah.
And what I see way too much specialization, and then also, it's just at the end of the day, if you're really good at a
Yeah.
certain sport, you're going to get found and you're going to play.
Right.
I mean, if you're a good football player, there's no reason why you can't play basketball in the winter. Run track in the spring. And you can still go to XYZ University.
And college coaches, many of them, maybe even the majority, I haven't taken an official poll yet, but they look for the people that are playing the other sports. They don't want somebody that's just been kind of closed
absolutely.
off. And,
Yeah.
and
No, we just added. We have a new sport at Pentucket this fall, which is volleyball.
volleyball.
So the women's-
sweeping the country.
Yeah, so we have a volleyball team, and one of your favorite guests, Coach McNamara,
Yeah.
is all for his winter girls playing volleyball
There you go.
because it's another sport, helps out with their footwork.
Yeah.
It's just another level of athleticism for them, and
Keeps them in the gym. Hopefully they grab a basketball, take
Yeah.
a few jumps. No, I'm just
Yep.
kidding.
grab the hoop rack first. Coach isn't here. Yeah, I can take my 25 foul shots quick.
Yeah, make them all. Can't leave until we do. Volleyball exploded. You have I told you the story about Newburyport here? I had the girl on, the student. I think probably in the first months of this show we had her on, and Kyle Hudson told me you got to have her on because she is the reason why we have a volleyball program. She petitioned Kyle, and Kyle said, if you can get the numbers,
Yep.
I'll try to make it work.
Wow.
She comes back to him with a list, and it had like 60 girls on the list
No
that wanted to play
kidding.
volleyball.
That's great.
And there's the program. He goes,
Yeah.
my goodness, I had no idea there was this kind of interest. And he goes, nice job, we'll
Wow.
do it. And now they have a team. And
Well, we start tomorrow.
there you go, first game.
We'll see what happens.
Do you have a coach?
Oh yeah.
Who you got?
Lauren Bennett is our coach. She's a graduate of UMass Lowell. Played on the U Lowell women's volleyball team, so she's there. And we have close to 20 girls, so we're gonna have a varsity JV squad. And
I bet you're expecting growing pains because that is a sport that is communication, cohesiveness. You need all that stuff. So
Yeah.
teams that sometimes there's some tough few years.
yeah, well,
You'll be fine with that.
right. And as I told the coach, there's only one expectation, I think, for the team this season, and I think most people think we'll just lose every match. So
Okay.
hey,
So what's the expectation?
surprise somebody.
You show up?
they expect you to lose
Oh, okay.
first year.
That is the
They think we're just
expectation.
going to go in and get drummed by everybody, which hey, maybe we will.
Okay. Well, there you go. I think that's what happened in Newburyport.
Yeah.
I think they won. I think they won a game at the end of their season, if I remember correctly. And
It's really growing fast because we started, I think, 3 or 4 years ago as a co-op with Triton.
Yeah.
And after the first year, it was so large at Triton, the numbers, that they went off on their own.
Yeah.
So we went over with Georgetown High School. And
Yep.
now the numbers at Georgetown are so big that they're on their own.
So you said we better get on our own.
Yeah, so we're going off.
Triton coach. You know his name off the top of the head? I've had him on here. He's a good guy. Good
which
guy.
sport?
Triton volleyball.
Oh, I don't know.
Good guy.
I'll find out this year.
Yeah. It's you know what? I'll look it up. I know it. I can get close to it, and it's just that we have so many guests on
Yeah.
that the names sometimes, I believe it's Bob Van Etten.
Okay.
Does that ring a bell?
I just don't get to meet the volleyball coaches because we haven't had it.
I have it saved as Triton Volleyball, so I believe that's accurate.
Okay.
Bob Van Etten, who is a great guy. Actually, he was telling me he likes to recruit from other sports too. He likes the tennis players for volleyball.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can work
Natural.
at the same serve
Sure.
naturally.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Same motion.
my niece plays volleyball, and let me tell you, I went to see. She's like one of the real serious ones. She's like. She's young. She's a junior at Danvers this year, and I think they're going to be pretty good.
Yep.
But I went to one of her off-season. She's doing like the whole. It's not AAU, but whatever the equivalent is of that. Maybe it is AAU.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think they call it that. But and I went out to Providence. Little did I know they were in Boston the next weekend. It's my wife's fault. But we went to. It was nice. Yeah, we went to school there, so it was a nice little go back and check things out. But went to Providence, and like the whole convention center. Wipe it out. There was like 150 volleyball games going on at once. It was insane. I've never seen anything like it.
Wow.
Just more intense than basketball because they're packing more in.
Right.
I used to remember it from basketball days, and it would be like,
Yeah.
a lot of games, but whatever. It just seemed more natural. Volleyball, balls flying everywhere. It was crazy.
And some tremendous athleticism.
Oh, there is.
I mean, you see a girl spike it, and they dig it.
Yeah.
And you think it's a point over, and not so much.
Yeah. Tough sport to ref, I think. You can't tell if did the ball touch the ground. Did you dig that? You know?
Oh, yeah,
You know what I
good
mean?
point.
You're going to have to ref them.
It's all new to me. Tomorrow, I'll let you know.
Are you going to ref?
No, but I'll be watching them.
Okay. Yeah, they have like official refs, right?
Oh, yeah. They have
That's
like a ref stand.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Those guys are serious.
Yep.
Some more than others.
Yep.
I've noticed
I
at
know.
some of these games. You might have to call a freshman game someday, so pay attention.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take notes.
There you go. In what? 2 feet out.
Yeah.
Dan
Point.
Thornton.
Point.
For who?
Yeah.
Both of them.
It's a lot of hand signals, isn't it?
There are, yeah. Yeah, there are. People think the NFL officiating is confusing. There was a guy I saw on the Today Show. I think one of those morning ones the other day. They had it felt like the Today Show. They had an official on, and they played a game, real call or fake call, and it was like like illegal touching, and they're like, "There's no way that's real."
Yeah.
and the guy's like, "Actually, that's a real penalty."
Jeez.
Very funny.
Well,
Football season.
It's
starting
coming.
Sunday. Tyler, this is that funny moment of the show. Yeah, this happens. I've been getting on her recently. This is that funny moment of the show where my wife calls me almost every day.
Oh.
Every show, yeah. Not.
Nice that she's calling.
Yeah, that's good. Just checking up.
Yeah, maybe she thinks it's Monday. You can give her a break on the holiday, right? It's all right.
Well, no, on Thursday, though. That's the indicator.
We'll know on Thursday. If she gets back on track, Tyler, who knows? What are you excited for? Are you excited for football season when it comes to the pro sports or what? Do you get excited?
I love watching
You
football.
like the Patriots? Everybody likes
Love
the
it.
Patriots around here, right?
Yep.
What did you do during the summer, though?
This past summer?
Yeah, what does an assistant principal do during the summer? That's like your time to recharge,
You
right?
may do a little recharging. Spent a lot of time up in the White Mountains.
Oh, look at you. Oh, yeah, I called you from the White Mountains.
Yep, I
You want
like
to come
to
on
do
my
that.
show? You said, absolutely not. I am not coming down.
Sounds like that would be something I would say. Yeah, I was probably climbing a trail, or I was sitting in the Saco.
I would, Drew, but there's no way I'll be
Yeah.
there today. Yeah.
Right.
Sitting in the Saco.
Sure.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm like a professional tuber.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, like
I can like
speedboat drag you around?
tube with the best of them.
Oh, yeah?
No, I just get in my tube and I sit in the Saco.
Oh, yeah, that's more like a floater.
I just have a floater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
That's where I dream it all up for the next year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What brilliance did you come upon
Yeah, I
there?
just come in. Well, you'll have to wait and see this year.
Okay.
It's coming up.
You had pictures for us. You want to show the cameras what you brought?
Oh, I thought you meant of the Saco.
No. Well,
It's like I do have pictures of the Saco.
How did you know about those pictures? There you go. So Dan is telling us that we have some big. Is this breaking news or is this
This
out
is
there? Yet?
breaking last April.
Okay, so we're right on it.
Yeah, we're on it.
Perfect. You got the right Tyler? Is that working, Tyler, for you?
I've got the left of
This side?
my left.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. All right. So this, folks, is the new 2023. You said
2023 opening is what we're hoping for. Yeah.
the new
Does that work?
Pentucket School. Look at all this,
I know.
folks. You got baseball fields, football fields, a football
way?
field with lights.
It's just
Okay.
We have a
Trust me, there's going to be a new school.
sitting area. Look at that. Nice place to have some lunch.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's going to be the middle and we're calling it the Pentucket Middle High School Project.
Correct. Yep. It's going to be a 7 through 12 building.
Who came up with that catchy name?
It was a team of people.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Please keep coming on the show, Pentucket folks. I apologize. The exterior, so that's nice. So we'll be having night football in Pentucket, night sports at Pentucket,
we could,
huh?
yeah, that's right. Yep.
That would be a new thing for you guys.
So the new school will be built and constructed where the current high school football field is.
Look at that. Keep that right there, actually. That's good for the.
That's good.
That's just in the shot. Look at this. I could see myself sitting there. That's it. Is that you right there in the back? No, that's not you.
I think I'm in my office.
Oh, okay. Which one's your office?
I don't know. Somewhere over
You don't get to pick.
there. Or it could be over here.
Nice baseball field. This is very nice. I like what you're doing here.
Yeah, it should be great.
Must
I'm
be
really looking
exciting.
forward to it, and I know the students are, and well, actually everybody in the district is, teachers, everybody.
So that means if you're
Especially in a day like today when it's pretty hot,
yeah.
when you're in the classrooms and when there's no AC, and
Yeah. Oh no, I see.
yeah, they can get a little cranky.
That's tough. Yeah.
Teachers, students, it's not
Teachers
easy
too.
sometimes. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
It's nice to hear from the assistant principal, making sure it's not just the kids.
No.
So this group of freshmen, that means they will be the last group of freshmen to go the full 4 years.
Yeah, actually, if all goes as planned, this group of freshmen will be seniors in the new building.
20. Oh, because it would start that year. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, all right. So we have seen the last wave of.
correct.
Wow, that is crazy. Well, that's exciting.
And then after the building's open, they'll have to build the field, which that'll take another year. So
Gotcha. Wow, what a project.
yeah, it's a big project.
How long do we know this was coming down the pike for?
Well, we've honestly been working on this project for, I would say, a little under 10 years.
Wow.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, these things
a lot of working with the state, the Mass Building Association. You have to get it approved.
Yeah.
It has to be accepted. You have to get on their list.
Yeah.
And, then the state will, is going to give us some money for it, which is very helpful. And then you had to get it approved in the communities.
I'm going to take a picture, folks, too, because,
Yeah.
sometimes I forget we do all the TV stuff, but really our core listeners are radio and pictures.
And maybe
pictures
20 years
don't
ago,
always-
they were looking to build a new Pentucket High School, and the community voted it down. So it got rejected.
Because
It was approved by the state, but the community didn't approve it.
the current one was so good.
Yeah, maybe.
It's funny how that happens. Danvers did that, too, where I went to high school. They,
Yeah.
And now they have a brand new school.
Right. Have you been in it? It looks-
No, I have been to the football field and I've been in the gym
Okay.
for the volleyball games, but I haven't really been around now.
is it right next to where the old one was?
It's still the old
Or it's the same site?
building. It's just a completely different building.
Right.
Yeah, it's the same site. Just
Yeah.
a whole, I don't even recognize
Yeah.
it. It's completely different.
There's a lot of nice schools now.
There
buildings.
are. You just got to kind of change with the times.
Yeah.
The kids are the future,
Right. Although we like the 1950s look too. We're in our,
Well, yeah, sure. You just want 1950s with air conditioning.
It's true. Yeah. Or even a fan.
Central air. Is it going to be central air? Is that what they do with these things? I don't even know nowadays.
Yeah.
They do a great job though with the what do the kids have in school these days? I picture everybody with like iPads now. Are they textbooks still?
There are textbooks. A lot of kids have students use the Chromebooks. We don't have it officially for every student in the school, which I think everyone's looking to go that way. An interesting thing too is, you spend time trying to design the new high schools and what they're going to look like.
Yeah.
And even with something like lockers,
Yeah.
because you'll say, you have to put this locker in. What size should the locker be? And it's going to have to be able to fit their book bags. And 5 or 10 years from now, we might not have book bags
Yeah.
because everyone just is probably going to walk around with a tablet.
Yeah. Weird, huh?
Right.
I can't. That's tough. For me
And
to
will they
picture.
even use a locker?
Interesting. That's
Yeah.
gotta be. That's probably tough for you to picture, right, Tyler? You weren't using a tablet in high school.
We had them.
You did.
They
Huh.
weren't widespread, but people didn't.
People did have tablets.
use that much. Some kids did.
And how old
Yeah.
are you again?
Not many.
Right now,
Yeah.
23.
You're 23. I'm just getting old, I guess. It's been a while since I've been there. But yeah, okay. We all had textbooks. I don't know. The old
Oh,
school.
yeah. Think of the books you used to carry around.
I
And
know.
you had to have a locker break to go switch it and get the rest of your books for the rest of the day. And
Those were good times, the locker breaks.
yeah.
I recall having to be told many times, okay, time to get to class.
I remember, too, they used to dump your books in the hallway, which was not very nice.
Who did?
Other students.
Oh, like
It
bullying?
was like a prank that they used to happen to us.
Oh, that's
I went
not-
to Haverhill High School, but
It's not very friendly.
no. I know, but I'm over it.
Yeah, seems like it. Dan Thornton here, a Joppa Afternoon Drive, Pentucket assistant principal, and the athletic director over there. Let me ask you this, because I have a feeling I know the answer. I just want to see if you answer it the same way, because I've been talking to principals at all these Cape Ann League schools and really schools all over the place, and they see one really big issue that's kind of increased over the last few years. You know what I'm going to say?
You're going to say vaping?
I am.
Oh,
Not a big deal here?
vaping?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No,
it
it's
is a big deal. Yeah, okay.
Sure.
It is a big
Yeah,
deal.
we're not unlike any other high school.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, please, not here.
Vaping? It's all over the place.
This seems like a tough one to combat.
Yeah, it's tricky because they're so small. The devices are tiny. They're all different shapes. In fact, I'll have meetings with faculty, and I have a little collection in my office
Oh, yeah.
of confiscated vapes that are just like, this is just an array of, I think I have about 40 or 50 different brands and whatnot. And the teachers will look at it and go, what is that? Oh, I saw a kid with that in my class. So
so they're just sneaking and going to the bathroom with it, or do they not even sneak it? I feel like kids are just doing it all everywhere in public now.
yeah, they do. It's just so easy to sneak. And they have apparel now that helps, it's just made for people who vape. So you could get a hooded sweatshirt, and the hoodie sweatshirt has a drawstring, and if you put the drawstring in your mouth, that's connected to your vape.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is fancy.
Yeah. So it's all over the place.
So, yeah, I don't get the and actually, I mean, aren't we seeing? I think we've the studies are early, but we're seeing some stuff where it's not great for you, as you can imagine.
No, I think
a
this
trend
morning we were just talking. Were there 15 deaths over
Yeah.
the summer?
Well, they get this they think it's connected to that, where they're having this increase in
Just from
lung
vaping.
issues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what they
Yep.
suspect.
Yeah. I spend quite a bit of time even with our trainer at Pentucket, and you can notice a lot of times with student athletes these days where the stamina is just not what it was.
Yeah.
In years past, where in whatever sport. I mean, it could
Really?
be the basketball court where they have to beg out after a few minutes, or football. They run a play, a 30-yard pickup, and then they need to sit down for 2 plays, or whatever sport.
See, for me, that would be enough. I'd have one of my captains start heckling that kid.
Yeah. But I think what we run into in terms of vaping is like, it's not the minority who
Yeah.
vape, it's the majority.
Really?
Yeah. So
You think it's the majority of students? Right
Oh
now
yeah,
that-
it's the majority. So
Really?
the problem is you used to have that group of student athletes who could say, "Hey, not on this team, you're not going to do that."
Yeah.
Whereas now it's the minority of the student athletes who are not involved in it. Whereas if they say something, they get squashed.
That is fascinating. I don't think I had heard somebody say that before, that you actually think it's the majority of
Oh
the
yeah,
student
It's-
body.
yeah. In
That is-
some sports, it's actually it's not even close.
So sports, does that translate to majority of the student population too, you think? Or it seems to be trendy.
It's not sport specific. It's
Yeah.
there's students on the National Honor Society who are vaping.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a craze right now where they're just all into it. And, interesting too, one of my own boys is in college. And when he started as a freshman in college, he didn't notice much vaping at all at the college level. And he participates in sports. And now he's a senior. And he's like, oh, I can see it now. The freshmen and sophomores who are coming in,
Yeah.
they like to vape.
So it's kind of this little wave of
So it's now, it's hitting into the college level.
crazy.
Yep.
And I mean, when you talk about those little devices coming out of a hooded sweatshirt, there's really not much you can do about that, right?
There's not much you can do about a lot of them. They're just so small.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can fit them right in your hand. And
Even if you kind of know it, you really can't.
Yep.
You can't just be accusing
they
people.
vape
right?
in class. They vape in the bathrooms, the locker rooms, the buses.
Wow.
I try to speak to the parents all the time and say, talk to your kids.
Yeah. What's the deal? Is it completely banned on school grounds? You can't have it at all.
Yeah, well, it's a tobacco product.
Right. Okay.
So it's considered, it's tobacco. So there's no tobacco products allowed, and if you're vaping on school grounds, you get suspended.
Wow. So
And it
it's
also goes with the MIAA. That's a 25% suspension for
Oh.
whatever athletic team you're on.
well, that doesn't seem like a worthy risk.
Yeah, but I think students just kind of look at it and say, maybe the chances of me getting caught aren't that great. And also, if I do get caught, I miss 25% of my season, which they're willing to take that risk, sadly.
Yeah. Jeez. Well,
Yeah.
might I say, let's not take that risk.
Right.
How about that? How about looking back at things you'd wish you did differently, huh?
That's right. No vaping.
That would be one. Man, that's crazy. Well, that's interesting. I'm actually glad we went down that road, because I am so out of the loop on that. I don't vape. One of my guys vapes.
Yeah.
And he's like the one. We're like the old timers asking him all these questions. We're like, so what do you get there?
Right.
It's
and the things that you
it's
get
flavored
are
there.
just, it's total
It's
flavor.
bubble gum, you say?
Oh yeah, you get this grape. You know, this whole, basically these like fruit punch flavored.
Yeah.
We have a nice Girl Scout cookie.
This is all from your office?
Yeah, Girl Scout cookie cannabis oil.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I have that at my school. So yeah, it's out there.
But yeah, I think even people my age might picture it being like that little, group in the corner, kind of the outcasts sneaking in the bathroom. But it's not that anymore. It's
No, unfortunately, it's not. And it's, it's something that as administrators and teachers at the schools, it's a daily fight.
What any other daily fights you guys are battling? What's the 2019 issues? Social media we've kind of adapted to that, right?
Yeah, social media can be tricky sometimes, and it's just more, in the mean-spirited way.
Yeah.
Where kids will take shots at each other.
Is that like within school or like other teams or something?
It could be both, actually.
Yeah.
We've dealt with both.
Have you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's not like, simple trash talking back and forth with each other. This stuff is just, once it's posted and it's written,
stays forever.
It just doesn't go away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people screenshot things. And
what do you guys have to give the, I remember getting the speech of, don't post anything you wouldn't say in real life.
Yeah, actually that was part of it today. Social media came up.
It's a good
that was
line,
one of the
right?
talks we had today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I picture you watching like some of the, Jimmy Valvano speeches or
we like them, yeah, sure.
Newt Rockney.
Yeah, I mean, it's all
you
good
get in
stuff.
there.
Social media, the thing with it is it can be a lot of fun, and I tell the students,
you use it well.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun with Twitter, and I have Instagram, and we post things on it, and sometimes we have some fun with it and take some pictures, and it could be very, helpful in terms of, if I put on Twitter that there's no practice today due to a snowstorm, bam, everybody knows instantaneous.
Well, see, that's actually what I find a lot of the because a lot of the kids that I have in here, they don't, not all of them, and most of them like Instagram, not all of them have Twitter, but the ones that do have Twitter are using it just for that reason. Like even my niece was saying, she's like, oh, well, I had to get Twitter because that's how we know changes in schedules or when the bus leaves or that sort of stuff. Like that's what they use.
And that's what I do. And I tell the parents, the first thing I do, if a game's postponed, I'll put it on Twitter. We'll put it on the website. Yeah, people find out.
Yeah, it's a good way. Well, look how the president of the United States uses Twitter, right? Sometimes, I mean, that's an official White House press release these days.
There you go. Yeah,
crazy.
Right.
And it is. When used correctly, it's a powerful tool. It's and when used poorly, it
can get you in a lot of trouble.
It can get you in a lot of trouble. Remember those kids from? I always bring this up with the ADs. I think I already brought it up with you, if I remember, because I think I had you on right after that time. But the Saugus kids who posted the graduation pictures with the cigars.
Oh.
Remember that?
Yep.
I felt bad for them. I did feel bad for them.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's just
none of the ADs feel bad for them. I've been getting the whole a little bit, but most of them are like, I'll tell you. I mean, because I always say I did the same. I remember having a cigar on the football field. Yeah. I faked it. I didn't even smoke it. I just had it.
Yeah.
Which is what I think some of these kids had. And but all the ADs are saying in this day and age, man, they know better.
Well, I don't even feel bad anymore because that comes up every single year.
Yeah,
and we've seen it happen, before.
Yeah,
and it's a yearly conversation where we get close to graduation time. You look to see which teams are still in the playoffs, and I will personally go and see each coach and say, just a reminder, tell your guys or girls, don't do anything on the graduation field because you're still a part of the school.
Listen, we've already delivered this message. Now I'm specifically delivering it to you.
I know, again.
Oh man, it is crazy. That felt like a tough one in real time, but
no, I know
that sometimes kids just don't listen. Can you believe that? Sometimes I bet you don't believe that in your position.
Kids don't listen.
That's fine. Yeah.
Sometimes adults don't listen.
Would you like to elaborate?
A lot of times.
Having problems on day one, are we?
Not today.
A lot of new teachers in Pentucket, or?
No, not a lot.
No,
we have a pretty solid group, and not a lot of turnover this year.
Coaches?
Let's see. This fall, well, I told you Lauren Bennett. That's new.
Yeah.
So she's coaching the volleyball team, and then the other fall coaches are all the same.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of I think that's a bit of a, not a surprise, but that's not the norm these days. Usually
turnover.
Yeah. I'm feeling more these days than you're used to.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's high school sports, and it takes a lot of time.
Yep.
You're not getting paid a ton of money.
And who's got time these days?
Right. And if you're not teaching, sometimes when I do have to advertise for a position, it's difficult if you're not a teacher.
Yeah.
Because you're starting practices at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, and those are two different worlds. So you're not always going to say, I got the teaching job and the coaching job for you here together. It's a package deal. That doesn't happen very often, right?
It's tough. It could be very tough.
Yeah. That's why, I mean, I know, and some teachers teach at different schools and will
Right.
coach at different schools
Yeah.
just because that's the only
Yep.
option if they want to coach specific sports. So.
This happened.
Yeah, that's interesting. You've had some coaching days in your past, right? What have you coached over the years?
I coached some football and I coached some baseball and nothing.
Are you like, is the AD? Would you describe your role as like the coach of the coaches? Is that like your own little squad?
Sure, it could be that way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you see it that way.
sure.
But
I coach the coaches.
coach the coaches. See that? You can take that if you want.
There we go.
I
Put
think
that on Twitter.
I'm not sure I came up with that, but I think I did.
I'm the coach's coach.
Yeah, I'm the coach's coach. We're going to get joined here by Dan Thornton here. Final couple minutes with him. Always flies by with Dan. See, I said to Mike Lynch the other day, it's the sign of a good guest when the show is flying by.
Oh, well, that's good.
You only look at the clock just to make sure you're not out of time.
It's
the
true.
show moves quickly.
Yeah, I'm having fun too.
Well, you have the. We've been pretty lucky in this front. Every now and then you'll get somebody you don't really know who will not have much to say.
Ooh,
Which is interesting when they come on.
yeah,
And I consider myself pretty good at getting it out of them.
yeah. You
But
do.
even sometimes, though, I'll go home drained.
No, I always get good feedback.
On the show?
Yeah, the
good.
sagems always come back and they just say that was a blast. They have fun.
Oh, really
Yeah,
good.
the
The
student
kids, too.
athletes really love coming on this.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's
That's
fun.
good to hear.
Yeah.
I think we get a lot of that. We love the student athletes. We love all the students. They're good.
Sure.
That is one thing I will say. The people that have been tough, which is very, very small. Musicians, maybe.
Tougher?
Not most of them are great.
Yep.
But every now and then you look at the musician that's kind of
Well, again, the tricky thing goes back to timing because a lot of times they're practicing when the show's on.
yes.
So that could be tough.
That's especially tough I find the spring to be tougher. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Well, because they're all after school. The winter, a lot of them practice at night.
Yeah, night. Even the fall, I can kind of get by for some reason. Fall never seems to be an issue. Maybe people are more excited because it's here we go. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everything. Once things start winding into the summer, people start going to the beach or something. I don't know what it is, but it can. That's always a different one. But we have been very lucky with student athletes, and Pentucket too. Obviously, is a big part
Sure,
of that.
yeah, no, I bet the kids at all the schools like it.
I don't think there's been one kid that has left here and been like, well, that kid had an attitude problem. I really don't.
Well, that would, yeah.
Which says something kind of about the area, I think. Or
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys just send us the best of the best, though. You know what you should start doing? You should start sending me some real trouble.
We could do it.
Yeah.
We should have like a in-school suspension with Drew.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Here's your choice. You can
You go on the
either-
radio and you can confess your sins.
Yes. Or you can be suspended for 3 days.
Yeah.
A trip to the show is the equivalent of a 3-day suspension. Yeah, that could be fun though.
You need to go down and see Drew Moholland and explain to him why it's not good to vape.
Yes, vaping corner.
Right.
So for the 7 of you that lost your vapes, that's what it would be, right? Plural, vapes.
Vapes.
For the 7 of you that lost them, you all have to go on the show now
That's right.
and explain to the young kids why you shouldn't do it.
The youngins.
Yeah. All right. So we got golf today. Do you have a score? Do you know? Can you see the?
Well, it's I think they tee off maybe now.
Maybe now.
Yep.
You're gonna go over there.
3:45.
You going over there to watch? Or pushing golf off for a few days?
Let's see. I think today I might go back and make sure that the volleyball court is all in good condition in terms of the paint. and
Probably
the
a good thing.
lines, and,
First day, yeah.
Make sure we're good for tomorrow, and then maybe swing around, watch a little practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't go home right at the final bell, huh?
Never. No, I never. Usually, if I'm home at 2:30, I'm
Something's gone wrong.
probably sick.
Yeah. There's that was a joke. I know the athletic directors pull very long hours. It's a tough gig, isn't it?
It could be, but it's a lot of fun.
I know it's fun.
I mean, it's enjoyable, and you get to deal with a lot of different student athletes. Every day's different.
You get to deal with a lot of
people
parents,
talk
too.
about the parents who get
A lot of
angry and juked
parents.
up about sports, but hey,
Yeah.
yeah.
can
Sadly,
deal
I think that's one of the biggest things about my job is I'm technically the halftime assistant principal and a halftime athletic director, but probably 90% of my day is spent on athletics.
Really? Is that because of parents?
It could be because of anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of times it's, people are a little more concerned about athletics.
Yeah.
Whereas, you'll talk to a parent and say, I know your kid played 2 quarters in the game yesterday and they sat out for 2, but, you might want to look at their history grade.
Yeah. Oh. I was expecting you to say you might want to go to the coach, but the history grade, I see. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Focus a little more on that academics. You know? There's a better chance that you're going to be working in the world someday than playing for the Patriots.
Yeah. Well said. All right. Well, there's that.
Yeah, there you go. Simply put.
That is a full-time. That's a full-time gig, though. That's a. I know you downplay it, but you're very modest about it. But I know that cannot be the easiest thing is responding to emails all day.
That's all right.
The and the other thing too is that once the seasons really heat up, then you have no time.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, those darn playoff teams.
You have a good demeanor though to deal with you have a good demeanor to deal with the angry parents and stuff.
Hey, I know it. It's people are passionate about sports, and so am I, and I get it.
Let's do some role play. My kid only played 2 minutes. It was a 10-2 game. How come he only gets 2
It
minutes?
was the best 2 minutes of his life. He's going to enjoy that.
Has that been an answer? That's pretty good because I'm left speechless. I wouldn't know how to respond to that.
Yeah, hey, it was a great 2 minutes. Your son played so great for those 2 minutes.
Yeah, really. Let's keep working at it.
Wow, I can't believe how much he improved.
Yeah, that's
And the last game, he didn't play any minutes, so, I mean, he got 2 more.
we all have a role to play.
Yeah.
My son's a junior, and he's not starting over the freshman in the same position. He's better than him.
Oh, yeah, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Or my son was an all-star in 7th grade.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to stop going down this road. I feel like we can get
Look
each
at all these CDs. We must have. We could start playing Glory Days from Springsteen.
Yeah,
right?
there you go. Right, we could. I feel like I could get both of us in serious trouble if we go down that road. We've seen our fair share of parents vicariously living. Yes, the CDs are good. We can play some Jefferson Airplane.
Sure.
We could just get a live performance by Tyler again. Tyler's a pretty serious guitar player. You know?
Really?
Yeah, he's got a band. He travels to New York on weekends.
Nice.
Yeah,
What instrument?
guitar.
I want to learn how to play the guitar.
Yeah, he can teach you.
Yeah.
There you go. Before we let you go, Dan Thornton, and again, Dan Thornton, thank you so much. First day of school. I didn't even realize it was your first day until today.
It's the first day.
So it's nice of you to make some time for us on day one of school for Pentucket. Why don't you give one more point here to the new school coming? I know it's you went through the trouble here. Yeah, I'll take a picture too. That's a good idea. There you go. Ready? Here, lean in a little bit, Dan. We'll smile. There you go. This really translates to radio.
Some good radio right there.
That's good radio. Taking a picture of a picture. That's perfect.
Hey.
Use your ears.
The new school looks beautiful, folks. I'm looking at a beautiful baseball field
What
with
you don't
football
see
field
is
with lights. What you don't see is what?
Amazing.
Yeah, it's great. What you don't see is amazing. Another good radio line. Fantastic. Dan Thornton, great first day back to school. We wish you a great second day tomorrow. And we hope to see a lot of you here on the show during the school year. We'll have you on a couple more times. And, of course, you've earned your next spot. This is great.
Hey, always a pleasure.
And we love having
Thanks for having me.
love having your kids on, too. So we appreciate it when you don't get driven crazy by me texting you to get me a guest for tomorrow.
No worries at all.
Dan Thornton, the assistant principal, the athletic director over at Pentucket. Always a fun guest. We appreciate him making some time for us on this Tuesday. This is Afternoon Drive on Joppa Radio. My name is Drew Moholland. Keep it here. We'll wind down and bring it home here in just a couple minutes. Keep it here. We'll be right back. You know, I kind of like that song there.
That was a good one.
The Whole World is Doing It by Joyce Anderson.
Very good.
Good song. I was jamming
You
in
should
here.
like all the songs on
I do like all the
WJP
songs.
96.3 FM.
Well played, Tyler. Company man. Well done. Tyler Neufeld, Caleb Noble. What's up, boys?
Nothing, dude. Living the dream, bro.
I thought you might say that. Tyler just laughs. How are you, Tyler?
Swell.
Swell.
We scratched the TV.
You scratched the TV?
Brand new TV. We scratched it.
The one, I didn't even notice. There's a new one on the wall?
Yeah.
Oh.
So the last one got fried, and then me and Caleb scratched it.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a
We
big.
tried to clean it. It didn't go well.
Who did?
I did.
Oh, it's your fault?
No, the
It's
smudges.
probably my fault.
I thought you were going to say, no, we're not blaming anyone, actually.
Someone. Unfortunately, that's not how that works.
The
'Cause
TV fairy.
The TV fairy.
Is it okay? Is it watchable?
Oh,
No.
yeah.
No. We got two very different answers there, boys.
Good enough.
Well, it looks good from here. Yeah, I can see it from the other. Well, anyway. What's new? Anything good? How was the Labor Day weekend?
It was great. I heard you on the radio this weekend.
Did you?
Yeah. It was the water cooler thing.
Oh, you heard the water cooler?
10:30, yeah.
Look at you listening to some news. Good for you. The
AM 10:30.
there,
Hey.
the water cooler thingy.
Water cooler.
Good. What did I do this week? What was the water cooler? It was the
Mike Lynch.
it was Labor Day, grilling and stuff like that.
It's good.
Yeah. Well, thank you, sir.
I was proud. I was like, wow, I know him.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I created that segment about 5 or 6 years ago now. We're at we've gone over like 500 episodes. And I never used to be the voice of it. I used to just write it and produce it. Now I'm doing the voice all fancy.
Look at you.
The voice of the water cooler. We used to have a splash sound effect, which I took out. It used to go
You didn't like it?
at the WBZ water cooler, and then it used to go like a
Running water.
yeah, like just, but it was like a quick drip splash, which I thought was kind of cool. And then people started making like fun of it, so I was like, not make fun of it, but you know,
Make fun of it.
yeah,
You made fun of it, is what
Yeah.
you're saying. You should get is a water cooler noise.
like, but what's a water cooler?
Like the
noise?
top coming
The blum, 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 blum. But you go to a
That's
water
that's kind of what it was.
kind of, or was it?
No, it was not. It wasn't exactly that.
See, like if you
Yeah.
can't, I can't. You have to completely commit
know.
to the
I
bit.
think of it as a Gatorade water cooler thing, like on like a field. It's not like an actual water bubbler. That's a.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
I'm
But the
saying-
whole point of the water cooler, though, is like well, yeah, I guess you could huddle around that water cooler too.
But you're at the office.
Yeah, but yeah, at the it's more like the office. Like stories we're taught. Like, what are people talking about at the water cooler? You know,
Yeah.
water cooler topics.
Because I guess people don't really take vape breaks or cigarette breaks that much anymore. Well, maybe more vaping breaks, but not as much cigarette breaks.
Well, it's funny you
talk.
said that was a. I know you were out there doing your own thing, but the vaping, big problem at the old high school campuses there.
I'm sure when I taught in Wilmington, there was
You taught in Wilmington?
yeah for a couple of years.
What'd you do?
Taught video production.
Video production. Look at that. TV man.
Yes,
You found yourself here in a nice little spot then.
yes, sir.
There you go. That's good. I loved my TV production class.
Yeah, dude, it was fun.
Coolest professor. He took us to Troy once.
Troy, the movie.
Yeah.
That's like the worst movie of all time.
It
It's
is.
hilarious.
It's so funny. I said that the other night. I was out to dinner with buddies, and one of my friends is like Adam Pierce. I'm gonna name drop you. Was in that class that we went to that movie, and he oddly loves that movie. Like I remember it that day. I was like, God, that was like one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It was like 4 hours of dreadfulness.
Brutal.
And he walks out and he's like, man, was that awesome. Unbelievable movie. And I was like, you are kidding.
Yeah, we used to, when I was in college, my buddy who's from Texas, like hated that movie. We watched it one time. He's like, "Oh, worst movie ever." So whenever he come into my room, for some reason in college it was always on TV.
Yeah.
So I used to just turn it on and be like, "Oh, that movie's awesome!" Like, dude,
It
this
is on
the
TV.
best movie ever.
It's on TV a lot.
Like FX or something like
It was
that.
Colin Farrell? Is that
No,
him?
it was Brad Pitt, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was Brad Pitt. Colin Farrell was in another one that was really bad around that same time. Same kind of deal. Oh, anyways,
It reminded me of like Xena Warrior Princess kind of thing.
we've bored Tyler.
If we talk about like antiques, he might get more involved.
Anything you'd like to add in the final minute, Tyler?
Dumb question. Is Troy about Troy, or is it a sports movie?
No, it's about Troy. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
that's
the
what I
Battle of
thought.
Troy. It's just
It's really
you know, it's
awful.
yeah. Then there's a lot of fiction to it too. It's Brad Pitt with his shirt off a lot. I would thought that would be ratings, but you know, not yeah.
Blonde Brad Pitt, I think.
Yeah,
Well,
I am a Brad Pitt fan though. I hated that movie, but I am a fan of his in general. I think he's a good actor. I like a lot of those heartthrobs. Leo has turned into a fantastic actor.
Oh yeah, he's good, man.
Leo's really good.
Leo.
I still think he should have held on to that piece of board in the Titanic.
I do too. And why, if you're never gonna let go, why
do
let
you
go
let go?
immediately after?
I'll never let go. Just kidding.
I'll never.
bye.
I was just on a cruise. You have I have no idea how many times I said that. I'll never let go, Jack.
Just kidding.
Immediately let go. No, I tried. My wife got scared. She didn't want to do that sort of thing with me. 10 seconds. We'll see you Thursday. Anything interesting until then?
Don't clean your TVs with
Yeah, there you go.
white pour cleaner.
Say goodbye.
Or regular clean, like some other random cleaner.
There you go, boys. Take that advice until Thursday, everybody. See you later.